Okay, we are live. Okay, you guys, so it's Monday. We're gonna do this. It's gonna take a little bit of effort, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna pass this class. We're gonna just fly right through it. So let's get this done. So hopefully you realize that the assignment from Friday was super easy. So all it takes a little effort. I get BC is less than, BC is greater than, BC is equal, angle A is equal, angle A is less than, angle A is greater than, AB is greater than, AB is equal, and angle 1 is greater than angle 2. Easy, okay? All you do is that, and most of you did it. Great job, piece of cake. Okay, now here's today. What we're going to do is review. Okay, so I'm going to go through the review with you, and then I want you to show me your review, and then I will send you the test, and I'll write that down, okay? So here's Chapter 6 review. I'm going to do it with you, okay? And then I want you to do it. And then when you get done with it, send it to me and I'll send you a copy of the test, okay? Here we go. All right. So Chapter 6 test review. Well, let's take a look. I like to label things because it really helps me. So angle B is 55 degrees. So I'm just going to draw the 55 degrees in here like that. And then I've got angle C is 45 degrees, okay? And then AD bisects. So first of all, what I'll do is find angle A. Well, that's easy because I know there's 180 degrees in a triangle. So 180 minus my 55 and my 45. Okay, I'll do that in my calculator to make it easy for me. Clear that. So I'll go 180 and I'll subtract out both those angles. 55 plus 45, and I get an answer of 80. So since it bisects it, so I get 80 degrees, I divide that by 2, I get 40. Okay, there you go. Now, what I'm looking for is the angle of ADC. Let's check that out. ADC is that angle there. Okay, I'm looking for that angle there. Again, I see a second triangle. A triangle within a triangle, so that's the blue triangle there. So 180 degrees in a triangle there. So I'm just going to go, same thing, I'll go 180 minus 40 plus 45, and I'll get the angle of angle ADC. Easy. Use my calculator. And again, if I get going too fast, you guys are happy to go ahead and pause the video and take a look at what I've done, okay? So I get 95 degrees for that angle, and that's the answer I'm looking for. It's 95, okay? All right. Question number 2, the balance point. That's the centroid. That makes sense, kind of like the center. The centroid. Okay, to get the centroid, what I need is the midpoints, okay? So I need the medians, okay? So I'm going to try and get the medians. And so I'm going to go ahead and measure, just use my ruler, right? I'm just going to measure and then take half of that. So that one's about 6.4. Half of 6.4 is 3.2, so right about there. Okay, draw that one in. There we go. And I'm looking for the same thing over here. Take half of this. I got about 6.2, so I'll go 3.1, right about there. And probably I already have the point of intersection. So you got to show your work on these. And then let's see, I could measure this, but I should go through. Let's see, I got about 4.4, 2.2. I already know it's got to go through there. So boom, there it is. There's center. Okay, so you can do this. Easy. Just draw the picture, find it, okay? Okay, go ahead and stop me whenever you want and pause me. Okay, number 3. PF and QF are angle bisectors, okay? So that means that this cut that angle in half, okay? And PF is an angle bisector, okay? So that's not no problem. If that's an angle bisector, that's 30 and that's 30. It doesn't look like 30. We're going to make it 30, okay? Find the distance from F to PQ. From F to PQ. Let's see here. I might need F to PQ. Oh, that's that distance there. Oh, that's my circle on the inside. Remember that? Oh, yeah. So if I drew it, you can see it's just a radius of the circle. So that's 4. That's also 4. Pretty easy. Okay. I want the angle also of FQP. FQP, I want this angle here. With that angle there. I know if I have, again, 180 degrees in a triangle, I've got 60 plus 73, go 180 minus my parentheses 63 plus 73, right? Use my calculator. I'm going to go 180 minus parentheses 60 plus 73, and I get an answer of 47. Okay, so then 47 is the entire angle. Take half of that because I've bisected it. It's an angle bisector. 47 divided by 2, and I get about 23 and a half. So angle FQP is 23 and a half degrees. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. All right. 4. Alright, so we talked about how if you have this centroid, it cuts things into thirds, okay? So let's take a look at what I have. SP is all across is 27. So if I take 27 and divide it into thirds, okay, well that's easy, that's 9, right? So that means that this side here, SP, right? That means this side's 9, this is a 9 and a 9, which makes that 18, okay? UM is 13. UM is 13. Okay, so that's 13. Then this would be 13 and a 13, which is a 26. Okay, so we have SM. SM is 9. Got that. Boom. MR. MR is 26. That's my 13, 13, and UR is 13 plus 26, what's that? 39 all the way across. Okay, again, pause it if I'm going too fast. Okay, CD, well, if this is 8x, that's half of it, so that's just going to be a 4x. I wish I knew what x was, but I don't, so it's just plain old 4x, because it's half, it's a mid-segment. I know it's a mid-segment because that's equal to that, and that side's equal to that side, okay? 6, okay, I got to do a little algebra. I can handle that. So this side is twice as big as that, okay? So to make them equal, I got to multiply this one by 2 to make them equal, okay? So this side is twice as big as this, so to make them equal, I multiply this one by 2. So I'm going to go 2 times my 2x minus 6 is equal to x plus 4. Okay, and if that confuses you, think about it. If this is 8 and that's, say, 4, I'm just making numbers up. You'd have to double them to make it equal. Okay, so I'm going to solve for x. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and distribute. 4x minus 12 equals x plus 4 minus x minus x. 3x minus 12 equals 4 plus 12 plus 12. I get 16. 3x equals 16. I'm going to divide by 3. I get x equals 5 1/3. Okay, now, that's not my answer. No. I want SR. So I got to plug my 5 1/3 back in. So we get 2 times my 5 1/3 minus 6. I'm going to use my calculator. I'll show you how to do my calculator. So I'm going to go 2 times, I'm going to make this 5.33333, lots of 3's, and I'll just figure out what it is, minus 6. And I get 4.666, which is 4 2/3. Okay, you can do that. Okay, again, if I'm going too fast, just pause it and go back to it. Okay. All right, now number 4. Yeah, there's no way this triangle exists. I mean, if this is 13, think about it. And I could use a ruler if I wanted to, but you know, I could show it on a ruler. But honestly, if that's 13. I'm going to do it right down here. Oh, let me get a separate sheet of paper so you can see it. Alright. 13. There's no way this triangle exists because these two don't add up to 13. But if you got 13, there's 13, right? And then you do this one 4. Yeah, right. 4. There's no way. And then 5. They just don't even come close to connecting. This is not a triangle. No. No triangle. And I think the same thing is true of 7. 7's like a no also, because if you go 11, now that doesn't mean both the answers of the test are going to be like that, but if you go 11 here, right, and you try and draw in a 4, so here's my 4, and then here's my 6, then it comes close, but doesn't quite touch. With a 4 and a 6, they can make it 10, but that won't make it 11. Okay, so no way. That's a no also. Okay. All right. 7. Graph. So, all right, I'm going to have to graph this. That's easy. Just need some graph paper. Good thing I have graph paper with me. All right. Triangle ABC. So let's put this down. You know, the good news is that we're on geometry now, and this should be the easy part of this chapter. So if we have to be in quarantine, if we have to do math all on our own, the nice thing is we're doing the easy stuff. We've already done the hard stuff. Okay, -2, 3. There's A. 5, -1. There's B. And 1, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. There's C. Okay. Now it seems pretty obvious to me which one is which. Okay, let me draw this in so you can see it. You're looking for the angles, right? So, smallest angle, opposite smallest side, biggest angle, opposite biggest side. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, and I can even use my ruler if I'm just a little bit unsure, but this seems to be like the longest side. So if I use my ruler, measure it, I get about 6. If I measure this one, about 5. If I measure this one, it's about 3.8, almost 4. I'll say 3.8. Either way, I already know. Okay, so biggest side, biggest angle. So, but I want least to greatest. Okay, so smallest angle, small side, smallest angle. So angle B. Then, okay, 5 is next smallest, or the middle one. So angle C. And then finally, angle A has got to be the biggest angle because opposite 6. So angle A. And you can almost see it if you do graph right. Okay, this should be a pretty easy test for everybody. Okay. Okay, number 8, compare. All right, well, I know these two are equal, and I know they both have this, so it is the hinge theorem. This angle here, angle T, is greater than the angle V, which is 35, so therefore this side right here is greater than this side right here. So we're just going to say SV is greater than TU. Okay, easy as that. Okay, now number 9. This is the problem that you're going to miss, but hopefully you won't. Okay, here's what I know. We're writing an inequality to find the value of x. So before we do anything, let's just go ahead and take a look at the obvious. This angle right here cannot be 0. If it's 0, we're in trouble. So I'm going to start right off bat with making my angle 0. My 0, call it my 0 angle. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is call it the 0 angle. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to say for sure that 2x minus 1 has to be greater than 0. It can't even be equal to 0, because if it's equal to 0, no angle. So that means if I add 1 and divide by 2, that means x must be at least 1/2. Okay, if x is 1/2, you get 0. So it's got to be bigger than 1/2 for this angle to have any kind of a size. The next thing I know, because there's two things, the next thing I know is this angle right here has to be less than 25. Because if this side's 10 and this side's 12, then this angle, this 2x minus 1, must be less than 25. So that's my second inequality. So I need both. So I'm going to say, okay, 2x minus 1 must be less than 25. Okay, it has to be, because if it's bigger than 25, then this side here would have to be bigger than this side here. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's solve. Plus 1, divide by 2. So here's what I get. I get two things. I need both. I need the 0 angle. X is greater than 1/2, and I also need the fact that this angle, 2x minus 1, must be less than 25, so x must be less than 13. Okay? That's the hard problem. You can do that. Okay, that's about all I have for you. So make sure that you do this, and then when you're finished with this, I will send you the test via text or on my computer, either way.